Chaos Code. I played this a little while ago, and then I forgot to talk about it, but I wanted to talk a little bit about it. So I bought a little while ago Chaos Code, New Sign of Catastrophe. Some people suggested it to me. I booted it up, and I have some thoughts. I didn't play very much of it. I played like 2 hours, according to Steam. 2.4 hours. But I can give some impressions about it, basically. This game, it's interesting. It's an interesting thing to talk... yeah. It's interesting to, like, review or kind of size up, because the game screams budget. Like, it is a budget game in so many ways. Like, it doesn't... The aspect ratio doesn't fit properly in, like, windowed mode. It's... a lot of elements of the presentation I find kind of cheap looking, like the menus and all that. The sprite work is quite nice, but yeah, I don't know. Just there's like a budget feel to so many parts of the game. But goddamn, they really nailed the feel of a fighting game. Like, the clearly what I get from this game. Oh yeah, there's also a ridiculous amount of spelling errors and grammatical errors. I'm literally looking at the Steam thing right now. I got an achievement for getting a 50-hit combo, but they don't say like perform a 50-hit combo. They say appear a combo for more than 50 hits. There's so much stuff like that. Like, even in the little tutorial, the like tutorial info pages, there's like spelling error or grammatical errors. It don't make any sense. Like, budget. But man, it feels like people who clearly know what they're doing, they just need a little more budget, I guess. A little more budget and a little more time, maybe? FK Digital. Why would you call yourselves Fuck Digital? Why would you do that? Like, okay. What do I gameplay wise, I think that's the most important part, because it's really the part that stands out and is fun. It's like interesting. Gameplay wise, it feels like a blend of like an SNK fighter, like specifically KOF, but much more skewed in an anime fighter direction. It feels like a weird KOF crossed with, I don't know, Guilty Gear or BlazBlue, for a reference most people will get. It's got that feeling to it. So like same style of like canceling in and out of moves, but you have a similar kind of like, it literally has a KOF setup of like 4 buttons: light punch, strong punch, light kick, strong kick, proximity normals on your strong buttons that are like your big combo starters, and it's all the hits, like the way that hits feel, the hits stop, the sound effects, it all feels like when you do an EX move, when you do a super, it all feels really good. They nailed it. For as budget as everything else feels like, that stuff, the important stuff when you actually are like playing the game, feels really good. The movement feels good. It doesn't feel stiff at all. Combos are very, like, I was able to jump in really easily and just start messing around and just trying and figuring out combos on my own and stuff like that. And yeah, and it was cool. And I found some stuff and I was like, hey, this is pretty neat. Like, hey, can I do this into this? And yeah, you can. I am not an expert on the game's deeper mechanics or anything like that. So I won't be able to really speak on like a bunch of, on that kind of thing. Of like, yeah, you can do a fart cancel into like a, into like a bigum mode and do your Jesus super. Or, I don't know. I don't know. I just played it for like 2 hours. there are one thing that I thought was neat that I sort of knew about, but I didn't really. Someone mentioned it to me in a comment. They said like, hey, there's like a character in Chaos Code who basically has like a dandy step. They literally have like Slayer's dandy step. And I was like, oh, really? But it was like someone they described it as like a selectable move. Did Lozy tell me about that? Like a stream, I think. And so the game has kind of a neat system where you select your character and then you can choose. You basically get 2 choices of 4. 2 of those options are going to be extra special moves, and 2 of them are going to be extra super moves. So you can pick like, you can have like 2 extra specials. You can do one extra special and 1 extra super. You can have 2 supers, and you get to, you get to choose what you want to do. And it's like a neat little level of customization. I don't know. It's neat. Again, I don't have a solid grasp on how it really affects the game on like a strategic level or anything like that. But I can say, at least for someone who was just like trying it out, it was kind of nifty to see how characters, like what new moves they would get. Depending on like, what they chose or what I would choose. I don't know. There's some weird system of like bounce. Let's see, like you have like a different. You can change what kind of meter you have. I don't know how that works. There's like 2 different styles of meter. Someone's gonna explain it to me in the comments. The main character does have a dandy step, and I was surprised, and it's a cool one too, because you get to cancel. I'm not sure exactly what the rules are, but you get to cancel. You get to do one follow-up into another one. I'm not sure. I feel like there were instances where like I could go one way but not the other, but it was pretty cool, and I was just labbing out little things with him. There's some cool, there's some cool characters in this. I also liked there's like I don't even remember what her name is, Celia or something like that. She's like this gothic Alita girl, and I think she was like the first character I tried, and she has this move. A lot of her moves are her like throwing missiles and stuff, but like they come out of her skirt, and like if you do that move in the air, there's just like a big old panty ass shot, and I was like, is that really okay? Fine. All right. And then she has like a evil version where she's like a cyborg, and she like makes a drill with her hand, like out of her hand, and like blades and out of like her limbs and clothes and stuff, and it's actually really cool. And I was just labbing some stuff with her, and then some of the designs I was like, yeah, whatever, but there were some others, mainly that one, that I thought was cool. Just a guy who's a chef. There's a fella he's a chef, and all of his moves are him doing cooking things. Like he takes out a frying pan, and then that's like his jab is he like takes out the frying pan, and then he like flips some food in the frying pan, and that's like his like jab follow up. It's really cool. He throws you in like a pot. He hits you with a big sausage link. like it's a chain. There's a character named Ray, and so I checked out Ray, and I was like, okay. I'd seen this character on Will It Kill before, and I saw him doing some ridiculous combo that did way too much damage, and I was like, okay. Because they have that thing that like Melty does, where they have the like a short version of the character's move list in like the borders of the screen. And I was looking at it, and I was like, he's got like 3 or 4 specials? This is an anime game. There's no way that's true. There's no way that's the case. And then I look at his move list, and I notice he has a stance if you hit both kicks. If you press both kicks together, he goes into a stance. And then I scroll down a little further, and I see the chart. And I'm like, oh yeah, this was the catch. This is what the catch was. And I don't know. Hang on. Can I find like a picture of this? Chaos Code Ray chart. Yeah, here it is. Oh my god. Yeah, you can find it on Mizumi. Where is it? I could see it in the Google image search results. You'll find it somewhere. All you have to know is that there is like a pentagram shaped flow chart that is part of it. It's not the whole thing, it's just part of it. And I was like, God, of course. It's like Angel from KOF. Actually, yeah. No, yeah, no, there's a lot of KOF inspiration in this. That might have been like a direct inspiration for the way his moveset works. How funny. I made the connection to, oh, it's like Angel with her like circle whatever. But yeah. Actually, that might be exactly where that came from. So, and you know, to be fair, I was just I tried out this stance a little bit, and it honestly wasn't too difficult to wrap my head around. There's just some basic rules, and like, okay, I'm sure that there's like a couple particular strings that you're gonna be using mainly, but it's like, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just very like, you think of an anime game and it's like, yeah, there it is. Yep, that's exactly what I expected. Who are the other characters in this game? Maybe I should just go over my thoughts on them. New Sign of Catastrophe. What the fuck did Cerberus do? Is that the gun guy? Oh yeah, he is. Who else was I? Hermes. Big titty lady. I am not a fan of this design. I think she looks weird. Catherine I thought was cool. Themself. Okay, so this is Catherine. I was like, is this character a guy? No, they're just NB. Okay. So Catherine's cool. Basically, their whole thing, their I guess gimmick, is that every different move that they do, they have this weird fucking outfit. They look like someone trying to be like a Pikmin. And then every move that they do, they switch into like a different cosplay, basically. And it's really neat. It's like I figured out like a fun little combo that you can do of like comboing from like a projectile into a jab and stuff like it. Yeah, they were neat. I thought like visually it's a very memorable character type. So a lot of like personality. I love characters like that where every move they have is some kind of, I don't know, charming, very, yeah, like a lot of personality in their animations. Like Dizzy. Dizzy is one of my favorite like animated Guilty Gear characters because like so many of her stuff is you're seeing these interactions between the angel and the devil, and it's really neat. Who else struck me? Oh, this character Lupinus. This probably won't make sense if you haven't played this game. How many fucking anti-airs do you need? Jesus. Why does she have so many anti-airs? All like anti-air command grabs and stuff like that. Neat character. Needs to put some pants on. But God. There's like a brother and sister duo. They're called Kate and Sith. No, it's Ket. Ket is how it's supposed to be pronounced. Ket. Wait, what? No way. It's supposed to be pronounced Ket, Ketel, and She? Ket and She? Are you serious? It's pronounced She, not Sith? Is that like... Is Kate Sith from Final Fantasy supposed to be pronounced Ket She? No way. That's what the kana says here on the wiki. Keto and shi. What the heck? That's so weird. I guess you have to. I guess you learn something new every day. The main thing that's funny about them is that I already got worried because it's like this is like a weird anime pervert game. Don't even try to argue with me on that one. And there's like two characters. They're like brother and sister, and I'm like, it's gonna get weird. And no, it's not. Instead, isn't there? Did they have a move called? They have a move called like Suicide Little Sister Attack. That one really threw me off. That one really... And basically what it is it's like they do different attacks for their different specials, and you can like send the sister out and like basically plays her down as like a little set play thing, and then control the brother, and then command the sister. It's like Eddie. It's like Zato 1 and Eddie. They have a super called My Own Style and Daddy's Surprise Meal. I don't like that name. I don't like that name. The brother sister get goes away from me. There's a neat what's her name? Cathilla? How is she pronounced? Kutira, I guess. Catilla. Like a Lovecraft-inspired character. Pretty neat. I like her, like, I don't know, cool design. I want more characters that are designed around this sort of weird, like, what would you call it? Like deep sea horror, but she's like an anime loli, I guess. She a loli? Maybe. What characters are in this game? Yeah, I don't know. The chef guy. I didn't find anyone else particularly interesting and like visually. Oh, there was this cool. What's his name? Kudlak Sin? I don't know. He's like I'm assuming he's the villain. He like makes a bunch of skeletons and stuff. Summons them, and it's pretty neat. Bravo. That's the chef's name. A master Italian chef. It's pretty. He's cool. Just check out his moves. It's fun. Check out some Bravo combos. He has a reference to one of his colors is a reference to Full Metal Alchemist. He has a Mario costume. What? That's so neat. Yeah, it's a neat game. I don't know how much. I don't know if I'll ever put any time into it, but it's neat. I'm glad that I've at least played it. You know, maybe I'll play it on stream for a lark.